Officer Doherty's vehicle right here. And I began to approach his vehicle in this direction. I figured I'll be on the passenger side. They were on the driver's side right here, and that we could, be able to try to exit out the passenger door. I could get Chase and get him on that side, so I had that side covered. When I got on my patrol car and started walking this way, that's when I saw Sergeant Carey coming around this way. And now, in my mind, I'm going, I don't think this is a good tactical situation because there's a potential for crossfire. I don't think I don't recall him having his gun out at the time, but that just went through my mind. So then I traveled back around this way and came around here, and I guess when I was about right here or out here, Sergeant Carey, as I was coming around, was shouting commands to the suspect. Turn off your engine, stop resisting. Do you mind if I refer to my report? And turn off the car. And he was repeating his commands over and over and over. Officers Holmquist and Doherty were right here engaging the suspect. He was violently fighting both officers. They were trying to get him out of the vehicle. The engine was revving. He was revving the engine and he was putting it forward in reverse and back and forward and rocking back and forth. And at the time I didn't realize that obviously right here it was attached to Officer Doherty's car. Didn't know that at the time. But he's revving and rocking it back and forward. And the tires are spinning and you just hear engine revving. So they were trying to get him out of the vehicle right here. At the time I didn't realize it, but I think Officer Doherty had already broken the window. And I was going to start to approach to actually go up there and help him engage. And that's when Sergeant Carey he had pulled out his weapon, the service ball at the time, and he said they could take him out. They disengaged. I was already back here at the time, and then that's when Sergeant Carey fired several shots into the vehicle at that time, at the suspect.
First time when you witnessed the suspect back into Officer Doherty's car, he said he overshot when he was trying to turn and slammed on the brakes and ended up right in front of your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that he intentionally backed into Officer Doherty's car, or was he trying to get back onto the roadway so he could get back onto Woodford?
If you're asking my opinion, I think he intentionally backed into Officer Doherty.
Did he hit the car sometimes?
Absolutely. It was a violent crash.
And the second time he backed into Officer Doherty's car, he feels that the action was intentional again?
I did a second, and I think a third subsequent. I didn't see either of those now. I just saw the first one, and that was enough for me.
Were you aware that there was a civilian observer in Officer Doherty's car?
Yes, ma'am.
When you were on the passenger side initially, before you determined that it wasn't safe for you to be over there, did it ever occur to you that possibly you take her out of the car?
No, ma'am, I did not.
When you heard Sergeant Carey's statement to him out with the gun, what did you think that meant?
To shoot the suspect.
You thought Sergeant Carey was ordering the officers to use deadly force against?
I'm not sure that he was ordering anybody other than he was just saying, I'm not sure why.
Do you feel that actions were such that deadly force was justified?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Sergeant Carey, if you would, for the record, please state your full name, years of age, and your current assignment.
Sergeant Carey, 19 years, current assignment, teleservice.
What assignment were you working as there then?
Patrol, zone 3.
Your microphone's on. You might want to check that.
it needs to go through there, otherwise it doesn't.
Can you take us through the incident from start to finish from your perspective?
Yes, ma'am. I was working off midnight shift. I heard a call of a criminal mischief in progress out on Southerland. Officer Holmquist and Doherty were assigned the call. I'm at the intersection of Sunbeam and San Jose sitting in the gate parking lot. Shortly later, Officer Holmquist advises he sees the car, gets behind the car. Basically, they're sitting at the red light, from what I understand from the radio transmission, at the corner of Hood Landing and St. Augustine Road. I'm sitting at Sunbeam in San Jose, so I can either go down St. Augustine and intercept them that way, or I can go down San Jose if they turn. Officer Holmquist advises on the radio to turn west on Loretto. So I proceeded south on San Jose, intercept them at the intersection of Loretto and San Jose. Officer Holmquist comes on the radio, Officer Doherty comes on the radio, tells Officer Holmquist that, hey, Robert, I see him return to seat. So, the same time they're going west on Loretto, I'm going south on San Jose. I get to the intersection of San Jose and Loretto. There's a couple cars in the intersection. I believe one of them was in the turn lane to go eastbound on Loretto, and there was one of them in the westbound lane turning southbound on San Jose. Got out of my car. I said, y'all, go ahead. There was no traffic coming. I said, y'all go ahead. We have a police pursuit coming this way, and got the cars out of the way. I positioned my car at the intersection of San Jose and Loretto to block any traffic on San Jose coming through in case the suspect actually ran the red light. A few minutes later, I hear Lieutenant Heiko or Robert Holmquist say the suspect's leaving. Lieutenant Heiko comes back with do you feel it's possible signal 1? Robert comes back with, yes, I believe so. Moments later, I'm sitting at the intersection of San Jose and Loretto. I can see them roughly a quarter mile down the road, looking back eastbound on Loretto, coming at me. I have a pretty good field of vision, about a quarter of a mile. But you can see the suspect pulling a trailer and 2 police cars with their lights and siren going. They approached Lofton, which is about 200 feet, maybe 250 feet from where I'm at the intersection. The vehicle turns right on the Lofton. Lofton's a smaller, the neighborhood's a smaller neighborhood. There's a couple places you can pop out. As soon as they turn right on Lofton, it's a short block. It's one house facing Loretto, one house facing Purdo, and Lofton is basically the side of the 2 houses. Very short block, you can only turn right in the Purdo. I proceed eastbound on Loretto. He's either got to pop out on Ricky Drive or Gwynford, and Gwynford goes out to Ricky or Loretto. So as I went to the intersection of Gwynford and Loretto, which is where they came from, I hear Officer Doherty say, he just backed into my vehicle. Moments later, at this point, I'm sitting right in the intersection of Gwynford and Loretto, facing eastbound on Loretto. Moments later, the suspect comes out, and the trailer, he's not sideways, but he's really accelerating. And the lawn mower on the back of the trailer is rocking back and forth. He makes the left-hand turn, he's back eastbound on Loretto. I knew there were officers in that neighborhood, especially Officer Holmquist and Doherty. That's when I said, go, 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 because I didn't want anybody to get the T-bone, get an accident right in the intersection. So I kind of blocked the intersection a little bit where they could go. Suspect proceeds eastbound, maybe about 400 or 500 feet. At this point, I'm car number 3. I'm probably a couple car lengths behind at this point, because I was stopped and they were going. So I get behind them, I can see the suspect. The suspect stops at Acosta, and as I'm pulling up, suspect stops, Officer Doherty stops, Officer Holmquist goes off to the left. I'm pulling up to Officer Holmquist's left. I can see the suspect vehicle violently puts it in reverse and rams it into Officer Doherty's car. The trailer goes up on the hood and jackknifes to the passenger side. So basically, this whole trailer is sitting on top of Doherty's car. I thought it was a shield. I knew Officer Doherty had a speeding road at that time. Scared to death for both of them. This trailer was so close, I actually thought it hit the car. I have a little bit of knowledge of lawn equipment, know how heavy things are. When I got a side view of the trailer to back up, I got a side view of the trailer in Woodford and Loretto when it came out in front of me. I could tell it was a heavier trailer hauling a heavy zero turn right now. I knew it probably went about 2,000, 3,000 pounds. The second impact, as I'm pulling up, I see Officer Doherty get out of his car. I'm still in the midst of stopping. And Officer Doherty's running up to the car. Officer Holmquist is coming up. I said, take him out with a gun. At that moment, that trailer got up on that hood. That was a deadly force situation, I thought. I thought deadly force was very well justified. I was scared to death for Officer Doherty and the civilian observer. When Officer Doherty got in the car, the civilian observer was still in harm's way. Anytime that trailer alarm went to go through that hood, the roof and crushed the car. I said, take him out with the gun. I exited my car. I exited my car and ran around this way. I ran around, I see the two officers engaged with the suspect right there. They're basically maybe elbow in the car trying to get him. I said, okay, well maybe they can extract him. Officer Doherty and Officer Holmquist are two of my best hands-on officers as far as the squad goes, because they've worked around together for a long time. And ever since I've been a sergeant of the squad, I've seen them have to physically confront a couple people, and they usually get control of people pretty quick. So I said, okay, I'm yelling commands the whole time, take him out, stop resisting. As I'm coming around here, I have my gun drawn and low ready, or the circle of safety, whatever you want to call it, because this is still a deadly force situation. The officers are engaged. I said, I'm going to let them try and extract him. If they can extract him and pull his foot off that accelerator, this incident's over. If they just get his foot off the accelerator. So as I'm walking around, as I'm running around, I get in this area right here. As I'm running, I can see the civilian observer in that car. There's a street light right here, basically over the suspect's car. The lighting is absolutely incredible. The whole scene was lit by a street light. Lights and siren are going. I'm yelling the whole time, stop resisting, shut the car off, take him out. And the officers didn't have guns, so I didn't think there would be a misconception of what I was saying. I'm actually yelling at the suspects, yelling at the officers. And if they're physically engaged with him, they are locked on him. I'm trying to concentrate on the whole picture here. As I'm looking at the suspect, looking at the civilian observer, this truck. Can we go to the slide with the hood of the police car? No, the other one, but right there. There are several scrapes on this hood. There was some testimony made that the trailer instantly got locked on the car. That's not instant. That's several times on the hood. That trailer was back and forth on the hood. That didn't slide there one time and just lock on the hood. The truck was going violently back and forth. Can we go back to the diagram again? The trailer was going back and forth violently on the hood. The officers were going back and forth. I reevaluated the situation. I said, I cannot, there's no way I could order somebody to block him in right here because the threat's backwards. There's no way I was going to order somebody to extract her because that would put another officer in danger. There's already enough people in danger. She's definitely the primary in danger. These officers are in danger if the trailer comes back forward. You can see the side of the trailer going. If it was to come back, and Jack and I could take them out too. So I immediately told them to disengage. When I did, Officer Doherty had a hold of the door and he pulled it like this, very violent, which to me it looked like that knocked Officer Holmquist back this way. Officer Holmquist is in the front part of the door. Officer Doherty's where the door handle is. He violently pulls on the door as I'm telling him, I actually physically told him to disengage. He pulls on the door very hard. It basically shoves him out of the way. I step forward. Right now I'm in the, can we go to the picture of the front of the truck in between the tractor? I'm in this area going back and forth. I'm holding to disengage. I'm in this area. And then that door opened up. The officer came out of my peripheral view, so I knew I had a clear shot. I took one giant step up where I could see. Can we go to the picture with inside the truck with the, I'm sorry, back up. That's good right there. I'm sorry, back up to the one, back one more, right there. I took one giant step up. I'm probably right in this door frame right here. Now the truck's still moving back and forth. Just because the officer's disengaged, the truck's still moving. It's going back and forth. I got a bead. I fired. I looked center mass. I could see nobody else was in the vehicle. I'm still yelling command, stop, shut the truck off, stop resisting. As I took the one step up, I fired shots until I heard the engine quit revving. And when I took a step up, I actually fired down into the vehicle from my back.